Hey, yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another episode of Regrowth. And look, I'm a shiny caterpillar. um, oh, I forgot the where we're bringing this cold, dead, desolate world back to life, one block at a time. So in the last episode, we did some testing, and I got some feedback from my good buddy Sky and what's the other? I always forget. Another game, please. That's right. Another game, please. I will learn that. But let's see. So let's just kind of go over what they said. Is this kind of jerky? Is this more jerky than normer, or is it kind of normally this jerky? I don't know. My computer was pretty busy doing stuff this morning. I don't know, but that's okay. Yeah, it definitely seems jerky, and I'm not sure why. So yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, it's definitely jerky. I wonder why it's doing that. Maybe it'll fix over time. Oh yeah, so we left our stuff over here. We were thinking about how to do this. Now, I believe it was Sky. We'll talk about his comment first. Saying, not gonna lie, redstone is definitely not my forte, but couldn't you use a NAND or a NOR gate setup to ensure that the mana pool is full? If the mana pool is full, it stops, and the other signal from going through. Also, one of those octartic pulsars might be able to read if. Oh, that's true. If the nearby mana pool is full, because I do know those octartic gates. I'm trying to remember where I have one that's close. Like right here. Some of the options I think is if it's full or empty. So that actually, you're right. You're right, Sky. Good job. Although I guess that would mean we just have to test if a pipe could be put on it. I don't know. Can you pass mana through pipes? Another good question. I do not know that. Oops. Can we pass mana through a pipe? Because then we wouldn't need sparks as much, like for the long distance, like for over there. If you could pass mana through a pipe, this intrigues me. let's check this out. So I think what we'll need is another mana pool. I have one living rock left. Are these octartic? Yes, octartic pulsars. Perfect. And then over here, nope, over here, yes. We have a wooden transport pipe. Oh no, it has to be fluid though. Crud, do I have the wooden fluid pipe? Perfect. And then maybe a golden fluid pipe. Like just a couple is all we need. So I guess the first thing, if we could actually put... Yeah, because if we could actually get this stuff... I should probably repower this one and that one. Oh, and that one. Wow. What'd I come in here for? More of this. I think I need 4 more. 5 in all. So maybe actually before we do that, let's just see if a pipe connects. No. Although it could be it just doesn't connect to the side, it has to connect to the bottom. So let's do this anyway. So if we throw that on top, do you have to have the Arctic gate on it or something? No. So anyway, so yeah, what Sky is saying is, yeah, that was Sky. We could check if it's closed, input only, open, output only. Oh, whoops, these are what we do. So we can check contains mana. So this is saying yes, it does contain mana. So if it contains mana, redstone signal on. Although we have the lower half slabs in here, so this might work. And my inventory is nasty full. So if it's detecting that it contains mana, it doesn't look like we can port the mana out, but we can detect does this even hook on, this only hooks on pipes. So if we said, like right here, contains mana, and it outputs a redstone signal, does the pipe just put out that? I'm drawing a blank here. So contains mana, mana burst, mana empty. So clearly it's not getting a signal there because it's not empty. And it's definitely getting a signal there. So even though it's not piping, it's able to detect that. So if we were to take some of our redstone, although that means it contains any amount of mana, it's not saying if it's full, right? So if we look at this, it contains mana, or there is no mana, or if there's redstone, pipe empty, fluid traversing. Oh, there we go, mana full. And this one is not full, I believe, because another game please mentioned that these things are not full yet. So I think there's that tiny bit. So let's go make it full real quick and see if that activates it, because that would definitely do what we want. So let's use you. Why not? Let's see if I can make it. Are you sucking it up? No, you're taking it away. There we go. Now you're sucking it up. Very nice. Okay. And that thing's full. So we're going to go do this over here. Yeah, so another game, please. Or is it another gaming? I have to check, but his comment's a little further away from Sky's. We're going to read his comment too. Or her. Sorry. I don't know if you're a he or a she. So is that output or input right now? That's input. So now we can see it is full. And we can actually see this guy is pulsing. Yes, so mana is full, so it is outputting a redstone signal. Aha! Well, that kind of negates everything I did here, but it's much, much smaller, and I like it. So what we can do is whenever it's full, we could have this kind of setup that will simply output a signal. And that would, okay, so there is a chance, like with this, we can actually dial it to say if it's 3/4 full or just a little less than full, which means dumping a whole whatchamacallit, charcoal block or coal block, we'll do it. But we have pretty much unlimited. We need to come up with a way of automating it, which I do have some ideas for that. But this looks like it works pretty good. And this will actually, when it's off, when it loses just a tiny bit of mana, that should turn off. And we'll just invert it so that, well, no, that could lock the hopper. So, all right. So this is good. See, I'm not real familiar with all these non-default redstone-y things. So this is definitely good. And an and or gate, I'm not 100% sure how we would do that. So for those of you who don't know what an and or and gate is, basically you have something like this, and is it like this, and then I believe we need a piece of redstone dust, and we need some levers, which I don't have. Lever. So this, is this right? It's been such a while since I've done this. Let me grab 2 of those, and then we can do this, that up there. So for this one to work, where's my, I don't have sticks. Wow. I'm so prepared. Okay, so for this to work, and I think I might have done a video on this a while back, but as you can see, this only will work, actually, yeah, I did that right. This requires both your gates to be off. This and this have to be off for this to be on. Although, is this right or is this one of the other gates? I can't remember now. I'm pretty sure this is it, because if this is on and that one's off, that's off, right? If this one, but it shouldn't an and there. This and this. So if we look at it in I know in my teaching Java and programming logic, we went over gates and the gate results. So if you have a on and an on, is that right? On and on, you get a signal. If you have this on and this off, you don't get a signal. Off and on, you don't get a signal. On and on. I would think, logically speaking, that would seem like it would be... I'm missing a component here, I think. I might have to do my research, and we can talk about it in the next one. I'm pretty sure, I just got to remember the logic on it. I guess it's early in the morning and I'm not thinking quite straight. That's going to be my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, look at this. It's almost all done. It looks beautiful. Yeah, I can't remember. So that's kind of Sky's comments. He says you also might look into another method of mana production. Coal is useful to me because I can pitch a bunch of blocks into a bunch of plants that burn it, which is our guys up there, and make a bunch of mana in bulk, which suits me. There are other flowers that use other methods to produce mana, and there might be one more suited to your needs. Check your lexica under generating flora. With sparks, augments, you can set up a large bank of mana and move it where you need it, as well as keeping yourself topped off. So, yes, so it sounds like there are, I know there's like a water one, I can't remember what it's called. The problem is, if I recall right, they die. And I don't want to have to keep planting more. So I know that guy, whatever he's called, I can't, not that guy, this guy in here, they're really nice because they don't die. End of flames. So you can actually just keep them going forever and ever and ever and never have to worry about it. Let's see, so I need 28. And let's do that, and that, and holy cow, my inventory is such a nightmare. So the one thing I do like about these is they never burn out. I mean, they will always be able to produce your uh, your thing. The flowers don't actually ever die. And if we drop these 7 coal in here, or 7 coal blocks, each one absorbs one of those coal blocks, and they generate a good amount of mana. So that's kind of why I lean towards those and like those the most for generating mana, just because it seems really easy. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to set up a system that automatically harvests our coal down there, our coal plants. In fact, we'd probably make another area that just has, it's dedicated for it. It's constantly making that. Then we could set up an auto crafter to craft that into coal blocks. Then we could have it set up so that it just works with a timer. I think we did the timer downstairs, so we could use the timer to, tell it how often to dump. The only thing that isn't really even necessary is it'd be nice to be able to have it when this is full to disable the chunk that does its thing over there. So that's kind of why I'm thinking about this stuff. Just to make it, it's not necessary because we will have endless amounts of coal, and who cares really if we waste it. But in other situations, it might be kind of nice to have it be smart and not waste coal. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. So let's see what else he says here. There are the other flower types. Do I have my lexicon? I do. So if we go under here, wow, that was loud. Is that loud to you guys? Let me go check my volumes. Options, volumes, 50. It's not hostile. No, I guess it's not too bad. It's not going to overwrite my voice, I don't think. So anyway, so if we check, he said check lexicon under generating flora. Is that this one? So the day bloom, they only work at day. That one I don't remember. If I hold shift, does it tell me? Rare patch flowers. And day bloom, yeah, gets mana from the sky, but they die. And the night bloom's the same thing, only works during the night. So those are bad about those. There's the begonias. Those just work with bees. Now, right now, none of our bees are nocturnal, so that also means this would not work at night. There's these. Now, there's also the whole thing about how much mana is generated. And I think the endo flames are one of the larger ones. TNT, that seems like it'd be... This one I think actually generates the most from mana. Or is that... What are these pages? 12, 4, 2. Is that saying it's on page 2? It's got to be something like that. These are the ones I was talking about that have water near them, but once again, they do die. Mana from cake, that seems very, very troublesome. You'd have to do a lot for that. And then mana from leaves, I don't think that one generates a lot. So as far as ones that generate a decent amount, wow, did you hear my voice? This far. So we go next page. Mana from slime. Well, I don't know about that one. Nightshade, that's the moon one. Mana from flowers, I think that's okay, but it doesn't. I mean, that would be really easy to set up just because we just put a bunch of flowers around it. Mana from experience. Yeah. Mana from wool. And that's taint. I do not even want to mess with that one. And mana from lava. So I do think, as far as generation wise, I think the one I have is actually the best, the easiest / best. I don't know if this actually tells you any of that info as far as the mana. Combustible items, blocks drop nearby. As long as the fuel lasts. So lava buckets won't work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think this is probably the best way. If you want to chime in and say, no, actually, this is a better one, let me know. But I know as far as quantity of mana generated, the turnaround or the return on investment, so to speak, I believe is high. It is almost the highest with the End of Flames. So you don't have to put a lot of work in. You get a lot of turnaround. So we're out of time, but I wanted to definitely get into another game, please, as comment, because this is also something else that seems really kind of interesting that kind of does the same thing as this stuff, but it might actually more automate our system. And what we'll do in the next episode, our non-working little dudes, because they don't have their leashes on. In the next episode, we might look into seeing how we could do this. So, as usual, this episode might go a little longer than normal. Well, it already is because we're already at 20 minutes. But I wanted to just talk about his idea here. So another game, please, says, there is an easy way to automate coal drops. Put a wooden pressure plate down, then place an item grate from Thaumcraft. Now, I don't have any idea what item grate is. Item grate. So it's this guy, item grate. And, oh, that's not hard to make. It's just a trap door and some iron bars. Maybe we could hurry and do this. From Thaumcraft on it, then put a hopper on top of that, and then your storage for your coal on top of the hopper. I recommend not using coal blocks as their burn time might be longer than 5 minutes. You could use B space barrels to house your coal and automate your coal essence into the barrels. Oh, you can just pipe the essence into it? Interesting. The barrel B space system. You know what? I thought this was going to be hard to make, but I think we could actually try this real quick because I'm really curious, and maybe that way also another game please could see how bad I'm slaughtering what he said. Whoops. Yeah, I would have forgot about that. Red stony stuff. Do I have a do I have a junk chest that I can just put all this redstone in? Yes, I do, and I'll forget about it. But with it all here being bright red, I think it'll stick out. We could also... I don't need these books right now, but I'm afraid of losing those. Let's do this. Lever. I'm going to put these books up here in this chest. You have got to love my inventory, right? I'm going to keep that because I will definitely forget where that went. And we'll just call that good. Okay, so what we need, and I thought I had iron bars somewhere. Did I just miss them? No. Nope. Nope. I know we're going to find them as soon as I do this, but that's okay. We have plenty. I'm going to have to go here, do iron, and go bloop, bloop, like so. We only need one. So let's just put that in there, put that there. Go ahead and do that. Then we need a trap door. Once again, we only need one. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that and that. That and that. There we go. Then we need a hopper. Do we have a chest in here? We do not. Alright, so let's quickly make a chest, but we're out of wood. I think all my stuff is right here, isn't it? No. Dang it. Where did I put it all? It's in a backpack then. Ugh, that's not good. Oh, I forgot some redstone-y stuff. Redstone right here, yes. Witch's hands, redstone. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and we don't need the book in our hand right now. Oh, we got two of these. I forgot about that too. Alright, let's check. I could have swore I put this stuff just in one of these backpacks. So I thought I had chests in this backpack. Clearly I didn't. Let's go see if I've been keeping up on my wood. Oh good, I have. Let's do that. Let's do that. Perfect. Okay, let's make us a chest. And go here real quick. We need to go... Bloop, bloop, bloop. Let's get that iron back. Iron. We just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's see. So he said put down a wooden pressure plate. So we want a pressure plate. On top of that goes the grate. So basically it'll look kind of like this. I'm just going to put that in there. Then we need to do boop, 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 like that. Oh, not like that. Let's do that real quick. And then, whoops. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. Then that. And then our system. So what was it? A hopper. And then your storage for the coal. Now, let's just check real quick. I'm pretty sure we have drawers. Yes, we do. So if we did something like that, and then I have real coal in one of these. So charcoal. So if I'm understanding this correct, we don't need to go way over there. So we take our pressure plate, we place on top of it a grate. Do I have to... Where'd it go? Hello? Is my grate in the pressure plate? Uh-oh. Anyone seen a grate? And then a hopper? Where'd the grate go? What the heck? Oh, there's the grate. Okay. Then a hopper on top of that. And then that. So then you just put that in there. It drops one. Then when it's picked up. Oh. So what this is based off of. So I still think I'd want the coal, because then we would still have the 5 or 7. We'd have the 7 flowers around it. And it's just going to drop 1 coal block. But this will only power 1 of the flowers, I believe. But this is a pretty good idea. I like it. Huh. All right, well, was that there? I mean, I didn't see it, and I thought I looked, but it could have lined up like with something else. I'll have to watch this video and see if that worked. And I need to figure out if there's a way, because if I could get it to drop 7, I mean, that's the same thing with that guy over there. If I can't get it to drop 7, now, oh, you know what? If we used a weighted pressure plate, we could probably have it drop until it hit a certain weight limit. That's something to think about. All right, guys. Well, we're at 30 minutes, just barely under 30 minutes. So I think this is a great stopping point. Thank you, Sky, for your input, and thank you. Another game, please. These things definitely look like they have promise. The Octartic Gate and this what's it called? Item crate and stuff. Definitely sounds like it might be a potential thing. So I'm going to hopefully get a chance to experiment with it. And see if I can figure out anything else. Because ideally, in either situation, if we could get it to drop 7 blocks, then the flower, well, it'd have to drop 8. Because if it drops 7, the flowers, no, actually, I guess that would work okay. Because it will drop a flower will consume it, it'll drop another flower, consume it. Now at the end, of course, it will drop just a single one. Yeah, I think that might work. All right, well, I'm gonna keep going on and on if I don't just end here or something. So thank you guys so much for your input. Thank you for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord. Check out my other channels on Discord and stuff, and in YouTube. I have my Taz Teaches and my Taz Unplugged for games that might have a little more mature content, let's say that. I think that's about it. Don't forget about the Great Big Game giveaway. When I hit 1,000 subs, we are giving away 57 Steam games. That averages out to be 1 out of every 20 subs will get a game. That's pretty epic if you ask me. And that's it. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.